What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Trebus with an SC2 commentary. Not something I normally do. You know, for a guy that makes StarCraft videos, hopefully for a living someday, I really don't do a lot of commentating. Most of the commentating I do is in my own head, and it's criticizing myself when I play on the ladder. However, I am going to be commentating a pro replay. I actually left a message, or left a question on my Facebook page, and I said, hey viewers, I'm going to be gone most of the day tomorrow and occasionally throughout the rest of this week, so should I sprinkle in some commentaries into my, normal routine? And it was a resounding yes. So I will be doing that. So if you enjoy commentaries, hopefully I can provide you with some entertainment. Now, I don't do this a lot, so if you have any critiques or if you have any constructive criticism, I would certainly appreciate it because I like to improve what I'm doing in all aspects. So, to get to the game, on the top left, from the team Acer, we have Nerchio. And in the bottom right, playing as the Red Terran, we have from team TSL, it's Polt. Alright, so going to be a TVZ on Tal'Darim altar. Get that production tab going. See, it's things like this for getting the production tab. Don't do a lot of commentating. But you know what? It's kind of fun either way. Especially when I have a drink in my hand. Right now, you can't see it, but right now I have a drink. It is, I don't even know what it is. It's my own creation, and around my parts, whenever I create my own drink, it's called an MC Bobby. That's the my real name is Bobby, and that's been the name of my drinks that I create, that are just combinations of all things that I can find. Although this is just like, this is some orange brandy liqueur, Blanchette Napoleon something, and Barks root beer. Cause hey, it's all I can find. So that's what I threw together, and it's actually quite delicious. Orange combined with root beer, a surprisingly good flavor. Honestly, it's really not that bad. So if I'm not talking for a second, it's because I'm taking a sip of that and enjoying my day off. Oh my gosh, is he gonna out heal this? No, he's not. You silly Polt. What are you doing, Polt? Polt, a player I've recently become a fan of, kind of because of his rivalry with Stefano. For a while, Stefano listed him as the top Korean that he had trouble defeating. Of course, Stefano, better at defeating Koreans than virtually any foreigner on the scene. So that's quite an achievement for Polt. Anyway, looking at the builds a little bit, Polt went for a 1 barracks expand, and then adding on a couple more barracks here, not even getting gas yet. Meanwhile, Polt is going to get in here with a scout, and not going to be able to see a whole lot. Not seeing anything fancy like a lair. He does see that all the gas is pulled off, just for the Zergling speed. So looking fairly standard here, both of our players going for a bit of a macro play. And Polt is just going to position his Marines, try to hold them off. The Zerglings are coming in to try to attack, but oh, I don't think this is very well advised. You know we're talking about TSL Polt here, and he's got some incredible Marine micro, some of the best Marine micro in the game. And those Zerglings are cleaned up quite easily. Looking at the units tab, it's 20 SCVs to 25 drones. However, this is double orbital already, so we're seeing that nice little income advantage from Polt. And I'm curious to see where the tech is going. So the two refineries getting laid down, as well as some additional barracks. I think he's going to stay. Well, obviously he's going to be building a lot of barracks units. I think he's going to go for some quick Marines and medevacs, possibly doing some drops, making some predictions. And we'll see what Nerchio is going to be going for here in a second as well. Not knocking down the rocks quite yet. Oh, there he goes. So possibly going to be taking a relatively fast expansion as well, although on this map, can't take too fast of an expansion. And looks like Polt is going to be aggressive with a few of his Marines. He's got 4 barracks added on. Researching Stim at the moment. These Marines are just basically Marines to disrupt whatever Polt or whatever Nerchio is going to do, and just grabbing the watchtower. I'm actually a little surprised he didn't go ahead and push in with those Marines. Oftentimes, if you can push in with Marines, you can force a bunch of Zerglings to come out. Zerglings that the Zerg player did not want to make. So it looks like Nerchio is going to be mining up a little more gas here, adding on a Roach Warren and a Baneling Nest. And Polt is gearing up for this big bio play. Researching STEM and adding on 2 reactors and another tech lab, so it's going to be a nice mix of Marines and Marauders, and getting a quick command center as well. Wow, that's a little surprising, but he does have a great income from this early expansion going up. Nerchio getting ready to take his expansion as well. Looks like both of these players are really just aiming for a big macro game. You know, on a map like Tal'Darim Altar, it's so difficult to be aggressive, especially in TVZ. You know, Zerg players can get up so many units so quickly, and with such a big map, it's difficult to hit a timing. You have to try to fool the Zerg player in some way if you're going to try to make a timing attack work. And these Zerglings are actually going to come in and try to do something. Checking for the 3rd base. It's not going to be there. And sending just 1 Zergling in. Polt getting a really nice wall off. Suicide Zergling. I feel bad for that guy. I don't want his job. Not at all. Polt trying to take the watchtower once again, but his Marine is going to get taken out. And the tech of both of our players has revealed itself. Nerchio is going for this infestation pit, and Polt also adding on 2 of his refineries and getting a factory down as well. So certainly going to be going for some medevacs here in a little bit. And also wanted to point out the double upgrades coming from Nerchio. So this is going to be a decent timing here from Polt. He's got stim, he's got combat shield, and none of the real investments that Nerchio is going for have paid off yet. Hasn't gotten infestors out, hasn't gotten those upgrades out. He's doing a decent job of spreading creep around, but ooh, there's a good chance this base might go down with some perfect micro. Oh, Polt has the Marauders out to take out the Banelings as well. Oh, the Banelings coming in and trying to get on the Marines. Oh my god, total fail on the Banelings. That was really well played by Polt, and there's just a lull from Nerchio, laughing at the Banelings, not being able to do anything, and this base is certainly going to go down. What is Nerchio going to be able to do? All he can do is make more Banelings, but with this many Marauders in here, oh man, is Polt going to be able to get the spread off? Oh, Polt, what are you doing, Polt? Oh my god, that just looked like a donation from Polt. Is this a show match? Is he trying to make this look closer than it is? I can hardly believe that happened. Wow. That is, I honestly can't believe that actually happened. I'm curious. I don't know if this is a ladder match or what, but wow, you don't see a mistake like that happen from a player like Polt. To leave his units so unchecked there, and then losing this group of Marines and Marauders. Oh, Polt, what is going on? I don't know what's happening here. Anyway, finally getting those medevacs out by Polt, and looks like Nerchio is going to attempt to get some infestors out as well. Pathogen glands going down. I don't see the infestors being built yet. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Where is the spire? There's the spire. So actually, he may not go for infestors at all. He might go for Ling Muta. And here we go. Nerchio's going in with another Baneling attack. Low on bio units is Polt, and he's going to get a nice surround here. The medevacs are not enough to heal this, and taking out quite a few bio units there. Even going to be able to deny this expansion, possibly getting some SCV kills. Oh man, he's targeting down mules, getting some SCVs. The Banelings coming in here, deterring the medevac. Oh man, some great Baneling hits there, and this is a lot of kills with these Zerglings. Oh man, Nerchio is definitely fighting his way back into this after losing his third. Polt making some uncharacteristic mistakes, and I'm gonna turn Skype off real quick, so hold on. All right. What did I miss, guys? Anything? I don't think anything. We see the hive going down, and are we going to see a greater spire? The Ling's coming in here again, and TSL Polt is so low on units, forced to pick up all of his units. The siege tank going down because the wall was left up, and these Zerglings are in here uncontested, dropping his bio units back down, but we're getting quite a few SCV kills. The Ling's coming in to do some final disruption, pulling the Terran player all the way back into his base. More SCV kills here. How many? Oh my god, 23 workers killed. That is a huge amount of workers killed, and there's even more Zerglings coming in here. Zerglings just streaming in. Polt has no way to protect this third base, and even more SCV kills. Oh my gosh, Nerchio is pulling so far ahead in this game. Polt, uncharacteristically not able to defend his expansions. This multi-pronged Zergling harassment is just too much. Another group of Zerglings coming in. This time, oh, they're going to get past the defenses as well, spreading Polt so thin. The infestors are able to get in and get a nice fungal growth. These Zerglings, their time is limited, but they're able to get a few kills as well, doing that whole position. And wow, what a crazy close game. Oh, these Zerglings are still in here doing damage. 4 kill Zerglings. This is unbelievable. I can't believe Polt has let this game get so far away from him. The Spire is almost morphed into a greater Spire, and we're going to start seeing some Broodlords coming out here. The Zerglings nicely upgraded 2-2 already, and with a modest amount of infestors out on the field. 6 infestors, a decent amount. Those infestors are building up energy right now, and as soon as those Broodlords are morphing, we have 5 Broodlords morphing on the field, and 3-3 upgrades coming up for them as well. So this is going to be very scary for Polt to deal with. I have no idea how Polt is going to deal with this. He is not prepared to start making Vikings at all. Let's see, back in his base, he's got 1 starport with a reactor on it, but that is it. 40 workers killed total by Nerchio. Nerchio should feel very confident in this game right now. He's just, besides losing his third, he's basically been uncontested. The siege tank's going down, and the siege tank's forced to unsiege by the Broodlords, and the Broodlords are going to be able to do so much damage here. The Ling's coming in. TSL Polt forced to engage. The Fungal's going down, and the Broodlord's doing so much damage to this small army. Polt is able to get a minor victory elsewhere in the middle of the field, but still Nerchio in a fantastic position. He's got all of his infestors alive. He's got his Broodlord count up to 6 Broodlords. Not a huge number, but plenty enough to start doing some serious damage. Polt is going to try to get as many medevacs out as he can, but look how small this army is from Polt. Looking at the army supply, Nerchio has about a 2,000 mineral and a 2,000 gas advantage over Polt's army, and it looks like Nerchio is going to try to end this game right now. Going to start the Broodlord siege happening on Polt's base. Polt is going to have to defend this incredibly well. Hopefully Nerchio doesn't get too overly aggressive with his Broodlords. He's got a nice corruptor count to combat these Vikings as well. The infestors coming in, getting a nice fungal growth. Oh, more great fungal growths on the Marines. These all of these Broodlords are not going to be able to be killed. Oh, losing some infestors there. And a couple of these Broodlords getting targeted down. Nice marine control by Polt. Very nice marine control. And he's actually able to clean this up. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable hold by Polt. Wow. To be able to get all of those Broodlords and the infestors, he's basically resetting Nerchio back to ground zero. And Nerchio, he's got a... Oh, and drop over here. My apologies for missing that. I don't believe this drop did very much of anything. Those medevacs just going to get away with their lives. Harvester count, it's 86 drones to 55 SCVs. Polt has been able to get his SCV count up quite a bit as well, being so good about making walls of supply depots. That is just top level play, ladies and gentlemen. Top level play. You know what? I mentioned Stefano earlier in this game, and funnily enough, we're seeing very Stefano-esque play here, actually, from Nerchio. Getting just a couple of those infestors, and then going very, very quickly to Broodlords. And of course, focusing on upgrades from the very get-go. And looks like Polt is going to try to expand here once again. And Nerchio's ready to go in for round 2. He's got another group of Broodlords coming in here. The Zerglings, ooh, maybe getting a little bit over-aggressive, forcing a big stim from Polt. Over-stim, I must say. Oh, some Fungals going down, and the Zerglings coming in here taking a whole lot of damage. The Broodlords actually aren't doing anything right now, and the Infestors are out of fungal growths. Nothing to protect these Broodlords at this point. No fungal growths, no corruptors, and the Broodlords once again are going to go down to these Marines. No chance of them being able to run away, and Nerchio getting too aggressive once again and just losing a big army. What a tragedy for Nerchio. Nerchio lolling once again. I think he thought this game was in the bag, but never underestimate the power of Polt to come back from a game. I have seen more amazing defenses from Polt than anyone else, getting a surround with his Zerglings, but these are, what are the upgrades at? Those are 3/3 Marines. Nothing to want to try to engage too aggressively. Probably the scariest units in the game. Nice lift by Polt, managing to save the orbital command. And let's see if Nerchio is going to be able to attack this base. Yes, this base is uncontested. Single Marine there. You are the sole force of this base, Marine. Good luck with that. And he's quickly taken down. Although the majority of the SCVs are able to get out alive. Nerchio spending a lot of his attention trying to do this multi-pronged Zergling harassment, being all over the base with just Zerglings trying to hit a base or find any sneaky hidden bases, and able to get his army supply up to, or his supply count rather, up to 180. And Polt has been at a relatively low supply this entire time. Not been able to get very many vehicle upgrades at all, focusing entirely on this bio. And yeah, it's kind of amazing that he's been able to claw his way back into this game as much as he has been. Here come the Vikings, but ooh, missed, well, kind of a missed fungal by those infestors. Needs to be careful with these infestors, not run out of fungal growths again. Using all the fungal growths to kill the Marines. Yeah, you get rid of the Marines, but you leave the Vikings to kill all of the Broodlords. So, gotta be economical with those. Oh man, Polt is completely splitting his forces right now. Very bold move from him. Looks like he's trying to deny this one base. I don't know if that's quite worth it. But looks like Nerchio is going to go in once again for this base. Going to get maybe a few kills here, but at least deny the mining. And as well take out this base. So it looks like he's almost trying to strangle out Nerchio. He's staying very heavily fortified with all these walls, spreading out his forces so Nerchio doesn't want to attack. The forces are so spread and they're so mobile that he doesn't want to go for a base trade at this point. So he's really just forced into passivity, and Polt is going to be able to take more and more bases. The Broodlord's coming in here, and I don't think these Marines and Marauders are going to be able to do anything. Big splat there, and looking over at this fourth base from Polt is getting just continually harassed. Go Zergling, go! Nerchio is looking very flustered at this point. He's really not sure what to do. Should he be attacking? Should he just continue to defend? He seems to be quite lost right now, and in his confusion, Polt is pulling. He's not pulling ahead, but he is staying in this game, which is very surprising to say the least. Going in with these Zerglings once again. The Broodlords are getting left behind, and Nerchio is getting, once again, he's getting overly aggressive with his army. The Banelings are coming in, getting a few good hits on these Marines. Some nice fungal growths on everything else, able to take out all the Vikings. And here are the Broodlords still alive. An actually good engagement by Nerchio. Finally, wow, I cannot believe how many times Polt was able to almost come back from that game. What an exciting game for me to commentate. I should commentate more games like that. Anyways, thank you for watching this. If you have any feedback or comments on my casting, I would really appreciate that, because I don't cast very much, and so I don't get a lot of practice on it, and I get even less feedback on what I'm doing right and wrong. So leave me a comment, let me know what I should do better next time, and if you want to see more commentaries by me, I think I am going to do some more though, just to kind of sprinkle in with my regular content, because they're kind of easy to do. I just load up a game, talk for a while, render, upload, done. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Trebus. GG.